Chapter 82 of Kagurabachi was actually insane. It was so much going on all simultaneously, and then also cutting back to chapter 58 and making things make sense there. For me personally, another 10 out of 10, but that's the Kagurabachi girl YouTube speaking. But for me, I thought it was great. I thought it was super duper cool. I like how it recontextualizes things, it adds some value to certain moments, and all of that stuff. So I think it was a super interesting chapter, to say the least. And I do have a little bit to say, I always do. Before that, I want to thank you for 300 subscribers. We did it! Woo! And I say we keep that train rolling. You guys should subscribe to me out of pity, because I did get rear-ended the other night. So take pity on me, subscribe, because my car is busted. And also subscribe for pity as well, because Muppet Vision closed, and I really liked Muppet Vision 3D, so... And if that means nothing to you and you have no idea what I'm talking about, take pity on me anyways. For my car and for Muppets, so that's how my week's going. Yeah, so this chapter cuts back and forth, so much. It works really well for me, though, I think. I think in an anime format, it'll be pretty sick, too, because... back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So it was so jumbled trying to get my thoughts, coherent enough to present to you, but I think I figured it out. I do want to say that I feel like I always have before the chapter started, I always have a story like that. So before the chapter started, there was a crow outside, and my sister texted me when I was in bed, and she was like, "Do you hear that loud-ass crow outside?" And I was like, damn, that bitch is loud. When I went into her room, it was still like, "Gah, gah, gah." And then I was like, oh my gosh, Samura's coming back, LOL. When there was 3 minutes left until the chapter came out. And I was like, this crow is a sign that Samura's gonna come back this chapter. And then we opened the chapter, and just here he is on the very first page. And so I have our reaction to that. Oh. What? What? Where's Sakura at?
Girl, Chihiro is on the screen.
Where's Sakura and Arua?
Watch your mouth.
Where's Sakura and Arua? I'm
Callie,
kidding. I'm kidding.
We heard a crow outside for 15 minutes straight.
Oh my god. We should have
better.
known. I literally said, we literally just joked about that. Oh my god, that loud ass crow. He manifested this shit. It was, I saw the sign.
And it
opened up my eyes.
For me to read.
But it did not open up Samura's eyes.
Hey.
Also, I think that crow shat all over my windshield because my car hadn't taken enough damage this week. Anyway, Chihiro was a smart cookie this chapter. He was figuring out so much because he realized that Samura honed his skills for his plan. He realized, oh shit, he honed these revival skills specifically for this plan that he has. And then he realized right after, Aruha's alive, isn't he? Good job, Chihiro. We got a smart protag. Also, I love Chihiro realizing that as Hakuri is simultaneously, just learning that Aruha's alive. They're always synced up, no matter what. And then we switch from Chihiro to Aruha, and we get his inner monologue during the events of chapter 58, and he says, "I thought my time was finally up." Someone give this man a hug, because he said some stuff like this before. And I like how this whole kind of Aruha reflecting completely reframes chapter 58. Different things reframe this whole situation in a really clever way. Specifically because we missed the part of the conversation where there's crashing and then Hakuri can't make out what they're saying or if they even were saying anything, because we were getting that conversation from Hakuri's perspective where he was dying on the ground. And so we get that context that we were missing, that we didn't realize we were even missing. And I just think that's so interesting. So I've got some side-by-sides for us and all those things, because we get in chapter 58, Aruha says, "I can't just throw my life away." And then new in chapter 82, Samura says, "Don't worry, the only one about to die is the hero version of you." And then we go back to 58, where we get this in both chapters, is "It's just our egos, all that remains is to battle to the death." And then new in 82 again is Aruha's inner monologue saying, "Don't tell me." And then back to 58, "Do you intend to shoulder it alone?" Peak. fucking peak. Dude, when I read the, don't tell me, do you intend to shoulder this along? Like, oh, yeah. Someone who's very normal about Aruha, clearly. Oh my gosh, no, but, oh man, that goes hard. That's good. I love it. And everyone was worried that Aruha being alive would ruin Samura's whole mission thing. But then you get the simultaneous realization with Aruha and Chihiro both realizing at the same time, which I'll get more into later. But, like, I think that goes hard. And people were worried about Samura's mission not being as, like, cool because he's reviving people. Like, no, he literally had to learn how to revive people to accomplish what he's doing so he can die alone. Aruha's perspective of this situation going down makes things so, like, cool getting to see how, like, he is interpreting all of this. And I really like that we're digging into Aruha a little bit because I think he is super duper interesting. Because we know that he was kind of, I would assume, most definitely the youngest sword bearer out of all of them. Well, because Samura was coaching him and he looked up to Samura. And so it's cool to see it from that point of view where he's like, I've been chasing after you all this time and you want to do this alone? Like, oh, that goes, ah! We'll get more there in a second. And then we cut to Aruha shirtless with his hair down. And they did that for me. Hokazono knew that I was having a bad week. He felt a shift in the force and was like, the Kagurabachi girl of YouTube got rear-ended this week and Muppet Vision closed. You know what she needs? Aruha shirtless with his hair down. And so he did that for me. And I do have my reaction to that.
Oh, he looks so handsome with
his hair!
I know. What do you think I was saying? I'll show the comedy headquarters a real.
You were ahead of me. Oh my god, they did this for me. They did this for me. And then we get the flashback where I observed that Aruha's outfit looks so much like Hakuri's, #nudising. What makes me excited about that specifically is that people have thrown out the idea that Aruha would be like a really good mentor to Hakuri because, I mean, he got mentored by Samura. And so I think it'd cool kind of like pass down the chain. The trainee becomes a mentor. And so it like goes down a line. And so like for me that kind of just like subtly like fuels that fire of more just like, man, Aruha and Hakuri are a good duo. And like look at them, like they kind of looked similar back in the day, you know, they got the same outfit, like literally almost the same thing. And kind of like the same energy, like the same wide like stance. It's cute. I think it's like, okay, is it a parallel between the two? No. But like, that might be intentional, you know what I mean? Like, who else wears, like, a turtleneck with, like, a collar, you know what I mean? Like, so I liked that, and, you know, #nudising, like I said, just observing, just nudising. But yeah, no, I did touch on this flashback briefly, because when I was bringing up the whole, like, I've been following after you my whole life, and now you want to do this alone? Nuh-uh. Goes hard. I love it so much. To make this cohesive, I'm going to jump around a little bit like I said I would, and honestly I kind of have been this whole time. But then I'm going to circle back at the end to anything that I might have missed or just any additional thoughts. Because, like I said, this is happening simultaneously, but you're cutting back and forth, so... Well, I guess not exactly simultaneously, because we're in the present with Chihiro and Samura, and then we're going to Aruha from the past to make his mental state and actions of now make sense, but then we go like back again and then back to Chihiro and Samura, and so it's like a lot. But the main takeaway of all this is that Aruha and Chihiro had the same realization at the same time about Suzaku, and that Samura's plan ends with him dying alone and doing this whole plan alone and not letting anyone help him, and he's dying for them, basically, and like sure, he's like dying for his sins and he thinks he deserves this and stuff like that, but he's taking that sin off of someone like Aruha, who also was involved in the war. And so of course Aruha feels like, well, that's not fair, like, you know what I mean, we all were part of this, but like, I mean, he doesn't say that specifically, but I mean, let's context clues from before. No, but I do think it's a really interesting parallel to draw between the two of them specifically with Chihiro and Aruha, because they both don't want Samura to shoulder this alone, and they both have this realization at basically the same exact time frame. Not exactly, but we're seeing it as if it is, like side to side, drawing comparisons that they're both having this realization that Samura plans on dying alone and shouldering all of this pain and taking this all on himself, and they're like, we don't want you to do that. Like, neither of them want him to do that. And I just think it's really interesting that it's these two specifically, like in the context of the story that makes sense. We haven't really seen Aruha and Chihiro interact that much. What we have seen, obviously, is like good, love it. But I just do think it's interesting that we're drawing between these two characters specifically, giving them the same resolve and like negative feelings towards Samura's plan that he has as it is at the moment. And how they're both upset about him not wanting help and all of the things. I think these two characters specifically feeling the same feelings towards Samura is most definitely going to lead to something. And I really do like that. Because Aruha already has his whole thing with Hakuri happening right now. And like I said, there's a lot of room there to grow as well. And so now you're giving Aruha a connection with Chihiro as well, which of course he already had them technically with both of them, but we're developing, like last chapter we got more of these two and we're like, wow, like this can really go somewhere special. Like these two could be a good duo together. Like we've gotten a little taste, but not all of it. And then with Chihiro and Aruha, it's kind of the same thing. It's like we've seen them a little bit, but now we're seeing that they have these shared feelings towards Samura and his plan and all of these things. And I like it a lot. I really like what Hokuzono's doing here. I'm really curious to see where their shared feelings will lead them. And so now, speaking of Chihiro's feelings towards all of this, the whole interaction with Chihiro and Samura it's so peak. It's so good. Because you have Samura quite literally, like, shutting him out. Like, literally shutting a door on him. I don't want your help. Shut up, leave me alone, right? And then you have Chihiro, like, begging to let him in. You have someone shutting out, the other one begging, like, hey, like, we'll find another way. We'll fight together. Like, let me fight with you. And it's just like, Chihiro, the goat that you are. Chihiro is such a good protagonist. I feel like I say this every time he does something cool. But he really is, and this is such another good moment that just shows how strong his character is. He is a killer, and he thinks he's a killer, but he is such a good person. Like, he has a good soul in there. He wasn't there during the war. His dad was, but he wasn't. And he's like, I don't want you to tackle this alone. Like, Chihiro, you barely even know Samura. You know what I mean? Like, you know his daughter a little bit and you know him a little bit. So Chihiro, who really doesn't understand all he's trying to bite right now, like he's biting off more than he can chew and he probably knows that, but he still wants to help anyways. This is good shit. Like, it's just good. Like him, like, passionately yelling while he's getting shut out, like, let me help you. Like, we can do this together. Like, you don't have to do this alone. And I feel like maybe he's speaking from experience because, I mean, his mission was kind of alone originally. Just him and Shiba, but then he accepts help. He has Hakuri now, who, obviously, they are a dynamic duo, my boys. Chihiro's group is slowly building of allies, and so I think he's realized that he doesn't have to tackle what he's doing alone, and so neither does Samura. And I just think it's such good character stuff. Like, I think Chihiro is really growing into his own, and it's beautiful. It's so good. Pages 14 through 19 are all really good because you get, like, the whole build up to the end of the chapter, but specifically the end of the chapter, page 17 through 19. Gorgeous. So good. And with that reveal at the end of the chapter title, I love this chapter so much. And I haven't actually read, like, anybody's thoughts on this chapter yet. I'm filming this video on Sunday, like 4 hours after the chapter came out. And I haven't really been on Twitter all day. So I really have no idea what other people think of the chapter. I do know, I did check Discord, and one of my pals was like, not sure how I feel about this chapter. So I at least know one person is a bit questionable about it. And I mean, it makes sense because it really is, like, a lot. Like, it is a lot. And that's not me judging his comprehension at all. I'm sure he understood it perfectly fine. But I could understand why someone would be like, yeah, this is a bit too much for one thing. And so, like, I can understand that. But for me personally, I love it. I love it. Sorry. Same with chapter, what was it? 78, I think? Chapter 78, where we were going back and forth. Like, we were with Chihiro and Samura, and then we were with Hirohiko and Kyuguri and Toto, and then we were at the Kaminabi headquarters, and then we were with Hikuri. Apparently, people had problems with that chapter. I had no clue. I ate it up. So I guess maybe I just like when chapters are jam-packed to the brim with, like, insane shit. I can understand why people don't like that style of chapter, but I guess for me personally, it works great, because when I heard that a lot of people did not like chapter 78, apparently, I was like, what are you guys on about? So, I don't know. This chapter works really well for me. I think the character stuff that it does and all the back and forth, I think contributes to how the characters are feeling in this chapter. I think it gets it across really well. So with Chihiro and Aruha having that common shared thought about Samura's plan, I do think that these switching perspectives are going to combine eventually. Just imagine, okay? Just imagine a group of 4 of Chihiro, Hikuri, Aruha, and Samura. Utter chaos. Chaos. I love it. Or like a crazy ass MCU group, like crossover type shit. Like those 4 I just mentioned, but add like Azami, Shiba to the mix, because like Azami's also at headquarters and like Shiba can teleport there. But then in that case, he was with Hiyuki. So like add Hiyuki to the mix. Iori is with Chihiro and like Samura somewhere. So like if Iori was there too, like what? Obviously we won't get all of those people together. At least not yet, you know. There's a lot of potential of groups here. But I do think that group of 4 would be so funny, because it's like, are we going to talk about the elephant in the room? Or, like, oh, funny. And, like, speaking of, like, a bunch of characters I just mentioned, I'm so excited to get the eventual Chihiro, Hikuri, and Iori trio. Like, that's going to go so hard. Like, I need Hikuri and Iori to meet, because, like, I've said it before about multiple characters, and I'll say it again. Hikuri and Iori need to queen out together. They need to do it. These divas. Yeah, and then speaking of Iori, the panel where she was getting, like, maledictioned. Like, wow. Samura in his goddamn imagination. I thought last time was bad enough. What the fuck is this? Samura. Brother. Oh my goodness. I think that's all the thoughts that I have for today. I will share or expand on or reiterate some of my feelings about this chapter on a podcast that I'm on. I've mentioned it a couple times. I forgot to last time, my bad. But the Kaminabi headquarters, we have some real good times. We're going to talk about this chapter soon. Because you want to hear me talk more, right? Then go watch that. Subscribe because my car's ready. Subscribe because Muppet Vision closed. Subscribe because I'm the Kagurabachi girl of YouTube. How about that? How about that too? You know, I make videos every single chapter, basically. It's been 10 chapters now. I started making videos at chapter 72. That was just supposed to be like a one-time thing. And then it turned into this. Thanks for sticking around. Thank you for the support. 10. Woo. Like this video, comment down below. I say it every single time, but comments are my favorite. I love reading comments, so do that, please. Pretty please. My car. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. Bye-bye. Char Nation, do not falter. She will return. Haneo Nation, she will come back eventually. Hirohiko Nation, we won today. He got mentioned. Ro mentioned him. Subscribe. Hirohiko mentioned. Big day for me.
Oh, shut up. Wow, I can't believe he's also an agenda.
He's Chihiro just like me for real. He said, Mr. Aruha, he's alive.
He said, clock it.
Clock it.
Samura, fake, I don't give a...
Samura is a fake, I don't give a gaffer.
Yeah, literally.
He does give a gaff.
He gives too much of a gaff.
He gives way too much of a gaff.
You know what? If it was for Aruha, I'd give a gaff too.
I would give a gaff too.
I'd give 10 gaffs.
I'd give 10.
Unlimited gaffs.
Unlimited gaffs to Aruha. Oh.
Chihiro had his stocks.
I did too, bitch. I did too. Okay.
Lock in.
I'm on page 3, dog.
Me too. Okay. Lock in.
Okay, so he did know. Brazil bro was right for once.
Aw.
Happy for you, Brazil.
Those hospital workers, those morgue workers, better than me. I would have pulled down Aruha's pants and showed the Kaminabi headquarters.
A real incident.
The morgue people made sure his makeup still looked good.
Fuck yeah, as they should. Like a phoenix, exactly. That's funny.
Phoenix.
Don't you fucking say it.
Phoenix, right?
No.
Ace attorney.
Objection. Hold it. Young Aruha in the top. 9.
I'm not there yet.
Really?
No, because he intends to die alone.
Had you frozen for a little bit?
Yeah,
Me too.
And the thing is, that line made me sad, but then looking at Aruha's face, I'm like, he looks really good. He looks sad, but he looks really good.
He has an outfit like Hakuri's. Oh my god, wait. Like the high up turtleneck and the shirt over top and the big baggy pants. Oh, we know who the mother is. Sorry. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
New dad dropped.
Yeah. Who's Kiyoru Sazanami? Don't know.
No, don't know. Aruha's his father now. No DNA test needed.
No.
Yay! And we back.
Hey, I'm not there yet.
Sorry.
You're fine.
Wait, I'm sorry. Page 10. Are you there yet?
Now I am.
Okay, it's giving. You're supposed to be dead. She has risen, baby girl. Fuck!
Aw, Hikari. You just sit there and be a cutie patootie. Just a little guy.
Literally.
Chihiro, you little angel. You little angel. That's my son. I need a moment.
Like we'll find another way. We'll find a way.
We'll fly
away.
You
Can't hide your fear.
I feel so bad for our neighbors.
Ooh.
Fishy time. Is it fishy
Ooh.
time? Is it fishy time?
Ooh, that panel's sick. This is sick as hell.
Fish time. Dare I say it?
Another 10 out of 10.
Another 10 out of 10.
What?
Hokozono, I kneel.
I need to go run and get the honey. We don't have any.
Shit.